Hello everybody and welcome back to another Wingspan video, and I've got another match for you here from the Wandering Albatross Wrestle, which is the ongoing competition kind of in the Discord, the tournament Discord community for Wingspan. And this is my fourth match of the first stage. We played the first three matches last week, and then all the groups got shuffled, so I've got three more opponents, one match against each. And you'll see here, based upon the layout, is a little bit different. I'm doing this post-game commentary style. I had to play this, I think, was it Tuesday or Wednesday night, and I didn't really feel like I was going to be able to do a decent commentary at that time, because I was a little bit tired, and also just because, late at night, didn't want to wake anybody up or whatever. So I thought, well, let's do it post-game commentary style, and then it might be a little bit more informative. I might be able to spot my mistakes as I'm going through them. Before we start, very quickly, a huge thank you to everybody who's responded to the Wingspan videos so far, especially since the tournament has started. The last three videos I got posted up last week, I've had so many comments from people, just general really nice comments, thanking for the content, and also just lots of feedback about my play. So yeah, and all very, very amicable and all very constructive. So thank you very much. If everybody's watching this and you know for a fact that you either checked out the video or gave it a like, or you commented, giving your feedback or suggestions or whatever, huge thank you. It's really, really nice to see, and everybody in the Wingspan community so far has been really welcoming. So yeah, thank you so much for that. So yeah, let's just get underway, and hopefully I'm able to spot my mistakes. If not, then I'll you guys in the comments will no doubt do it for me. So yeah, just to let you know, my objective for this tournament, I just want to just keep improving. I'm on that learning curve, where I want to try and just keep going as much as possible. I'm kind of around 1,000 ELO. I'm sort of fluctuating around there. I'll drop below it a little bit, and then I'll get back up again. But I'm kind of in the range between 950 and 1050. I'm not going anywhere really above or below that. Just kind of in that range. My win rate is not very good though. It's about 40%, more or less, between 33 and 40%. So yeah, in this tournament, my only ambition is just to keep getting better. Try to keep my average points total above 85, if possible. And if I can maybe win 3 of my 9 games, that'll be kind of par for the course for me. So yeah, the way the groups have been reshuffled, I'm now in a group with 3 other players who have the same win record as me, so they're all players who won 1 out of their first 3 games. So hopefully they might be a little bit, closer to my skill level, but we'll see. We shall see. So let's just get underway. I don't know if the volume is loud enough so you can hear the in-game music. And if not, then it'll just be my voice. So immediately I'm really happy here. I'm seeing Franklin's goal and the white-back woodpecker in the tray. Franklin's goal for obvious reasons. I don't know if I need to explain that. I really like the woodpecker, just, easy food access. I'm looking at the warbler too. I'm thinking, in terms of, sorry, I get a little bit, when I'm playing on my own, I get a little bit sort of mad with the cards. I'm constantly clicking stuff. A little bit of ADHD or something, I don't know. Anyway, I'm kind of looking also in the tray, the other woodpecker, to get even more food, to either cash it or not. The gull, I really hate that gull. It's so irritating. I was also looking at the warbler before, just because of not the first round, but I'm looking at the second round, and then also the bowl nest could be decent. I'm potentially now looking at the goal because of the wetland scientist bonus card. Breeding manager is not going to work because at the moment I haven't got any which are going to work. So I don't really. If it was zoologist, I might go for it. But breeding manager, I mean, I'm trying to find things which have 4 egg spaces, and you've got to try and fill them up. It's a bit awkward. I was thinking about maybe the sparrow as well, so I can get the white power for the first round, and then potentially combine it with warbler perhaps. Keep the fish for the goal because I'll need the fish for the second round when I get that down. I find these teal powers really difficult because I've got so much, I can't just sit there and go, oh, I can lay eggs all round. I have to think about, oh, wait, I need to actually go to all 3 habitats. I need to get enough food in order to play a bird during the round and a bird at the end, and I need to have enough eggs. And I often find I'm just like one food short or one egg short, and it creates some problems for me. We shall see. In the end, I do actually go for this Warbler, because I'm also thinking about the third end of round as well. And if it means with the goal, and if I've got good food access, I might be able to get some extra birds played, which would be decent. So at the moment, yeah, I picked that Wetland Scientist card, but I'm not stressing about it too much. Some of the comments that I've received from other videos have said, don't stress about bonus cards so much. So I'm just kind of, it's there, it's in the back of my mind. But if the game develops in a way that I can't get that Wetland Scientist completed, or I can't complete it fully, okay, fine, I'll just let it go. If I can just get some really powerful, big point birds with Franklin's Gall, if I can get enough food, maybe get a forest engine going as well. We'll have to see. We'll have to see how it goes. The thing I'm worried about playing the Warbler is because I'm going to get cards from the Gull, which will be in the grasslands. Am I going to be going to the wetland very much? Do I really want to be going to the wetland to spend a turn picking up cards? That's my main issue with this. So maybe going for the Warbler was a mistake. Maybe I should just be maybe I shouldn't have picked up the Warbler. Maybe I should have just gone Gull and the Woodpecker, and then just keep digging and just hope I get something out. It's like the Ruddy Duck. I could have got Ruddy Duck and Gull down and just got cards that way, but we'll see. So again, the Woodpecker down first, so I can then get the food to play the Gull. So there's a lot of things I need to try and do this first round. I need to get the Moltoni down as well. Okay, that's the Woodpecker that I was eyeing up, but we can't do both. I think mine's a little bit better. The fact I can pick what food I want, but obviously my opponent can get a point out of it, so it just depends. So I'm just taking the. I mean, does it matter which food I take? Not really. It's that way now. If my opponent needs seeds, there aren't any seeds about. So I'll be able to play the Gull with the fish and the seed, and I've got the worm for Moltoni if then a berry appears in the tray. That's why there's no berry now. There's a fish, so that's fine. I can play the fish to get the Gull down, and I can get another fish later for Franklin's Gull. But then I don't know how I'm going to get Moltoni's Warbler down. I kind of want to, get that down first round, and then I need to get cars and eggs to try and get another bird to play. If it's something I can't afford, then I've got a little bit of a problem. If I can, I want to try to qualify for the end of round, but at the moment I've got no. I mean, maybe I should have kept this. Was it the Sparrow, which I had before? Could you I don't know what I'm doing. When I'm waiting for my opponents, if I'm not talking, I get a little bit like anxious with myself. I'm seeing that immediately. Then in the tray, there's a buzzard, so I'm kind of thinking like, well, is that my end of round play? At least to just deny, at least then I get some points out of it, and my opponent's not getting 4 points for free. Problem is I've got 2 seeds, which I don't really need right now. So yeah, I think picking up the seed there was a mistake before. I should have picked up a worm. I don't know why I picked up seed, to be honest. That was kind of weird. So now that my opponent's played Snowy Owl, I kind of need to get this buzzard down. So the question is, am I going to be able to get... Well, I need to get... Well, yeah, there's the berry I need for the Warbler, but I haven't got... Do I pick up the rat so I can play the buzzard, but then I won't have... It's 6.5 a dozen, I think. If I pick up the food for the Warbler, I can use the seeds to play the buzzard, or if I pick up the rodent for the buzzard, I could then use the seeds for the Warbler. either way. But the thing is with this, I won't be able to play Franklin's Goal immediately at the beginning of the next round. I'll have to pick up food and then play it, which is not really ideal. But oh well. I'm able to get 3 food next turn, so I'll have 1 food left over from the goal, for Frank, after playing Franklin's Goal. And if I can then try and nick 1 from the black-headed goal from my opponent, if I time that right, will I be able to time it right? That's the question. Will I actually look at my opponent's board to actually pick up a food? Okay, gets honey buzzards. I have to hope that that misses like it does with me. So get some eggs down in the warbler, so that will also then help. I can play the buzzard now. I've got an egg there for the grasslands play next turn. I'll be able to play the goal then without laying eggs, which is also really important. So I can just get food, play down the goal, get some cards. I'll need to go into the wetland at some point. So yeah, at least we tie that end of round. I'm not just giving up a 4-point lead to my opponent immediately from that. So that kind of happy about it. I wish it was another card, but oh well. I was able to play it, so it's fine. Okay, maybe that was a mistake. The fact that my opponent played Barn Swallow, I should have maybe just used up my wetland action this turn to pick up that goldfinch immediately. That's something I just missed. I was so fixated on, I need to get this goal down. I need to get, and obviously I might be able to get the goal. I might be able to get the goldfinch anyway. That once I play the Franklin's Goal, I could then lay eggs. I'll be able to pick it up. But then I'm gonna have to go to the wetlands at some point to pick up cards. So just to activate that habitat. So I could have done it right then and then. So the thing is, like, I'm gonna have to go to the wetland. Okay, goldfish didn't get taken, so that was pretty fortunate. So I have to go to the wetland at least once. I'm gonna have to lay eggs at least once. But probably twice, because I'm gonna have to need... I want to have eggs to qualify for the end of round, and I need an egg to play a bird with a warbler. Okay, if my opponents give me free cards, that's okay. More likely that I'll find something that I want. Okay, I did pick up the goldfinch there. And turkey. Okay, decent point scoring at least. And then flycatcher appears. I mean, there's the food in the bird feeder right now to get this goldfinch down. Oh no, instead I lay eggs again. Okay. Hmm. Because what I could, yeah. Maybe I should have gone to get those 2 seeds from the bird feeder. Maybe I was just expecting something better to come up. Oh no. Okay, now I'm going wetland. Interesting. Yeah, I wasn't paying attention to if my opponent had things to steal or not. So again, I've missed out of food where I could have got food later on. There's also something I realize now, just watching it back. If I had picked up the food and played the... Picked up food... Ah, no, I wouldn't be able to get enough. No, because I'd be, again, an action short. There's no way I'd be able to play the goldfinch and then lay eggs and then have things available for the Warbler. To have food available for the Warbler, and have also activated Wetland. That's the thing, it's just like the actions become even more limited when you got the Warbler, because I've got to constantly think about, I need to think ahead, I need to activate everything once. What order do I play everything in? I've got the food now for the Goldfinch, so that's okay. Snipe is also decent, because I mean I can get more cards when I draw. And it also helps Wetland Scientist, so I'll be only one away from that then. Can't play the Snipe this round, unfortunately. So I'm gonna have to play something, either the Turkey or the what am I doing? Okay, I don't know what I'm doing here. That's very strange. I didn't look at my opponent's board. I'm just obsessed about getting the Snipe down here, and I don't know why, or getting something else down. Yeah, I don't really know what I was thinking there. I think I miscounted how many turns I had. I kept thinking I had another turn so I could play 2 birds at once. I could play a bird coming up this turn and then play something else. But I can't. I mean, I've got food now, so it means I can play Snipe immediately at the beginning of next turn and then draw cards. So it's not that bad, but I don't know how it's going to affect end of round. I can't remember now. Let's see how that all happens. See, I'm really gutted about that. I could have won that end of round. Yeah, that was really daft. I could have won that end of round had I just laid eggs there instead of getting food. I think I was just so obsessed about, I need to get Flycatcher down, I want to play Snipe the next turn as well, so I can lay eggs, get Worm, play Snipe. I miss an opportunity to lay eggs there. And that would have won me the end of round, because my opponent didn't go for any more eggs. Because I went second there. So that was daft. Because I would have had enough eggs, I could have taken an egg from the forest or wetland. So yeah, definitely, that was definitely a misplay. I'm now seeing this bush tip. There is an option here that I could just play this in the grassland and then just keep running that. But eventually I'm going to have to go and do other things because of Warbler. So I'm getting the Snipe down just so I can draw cards, I can get more cards out of it. But this is the only problem, because I'm having to go into the wetland to get cards. Franklin's Goal is also giving me cards. So should I be still digging with the goal here to try and get more cards, to try and find something really good like a Benelli's Eagle or Eastern Imperial Eagle or something? Or should I be skipping the goal so I'm keeping eggs if I'm going to, if I'm going to get cards from the Sandpiper and I'm going to get cards of my own from drawing 2 of them and then the Snipe? Maybe I should be saving my eggs and not activating Franklin's Goal, but then I don't know, then what's the point of having Franklin's Goal then? So yeah, I'm really gutted I missed that second end of round. That was just me not thinking about what I'm doing. And now the wetland birds are coming out. So I'm now starting to think about, should I be trying to actually now fulfill this wetland scientist? So I'm already thinking, if I've lost that end of, if I hadn't tied that end of round, that would be a 4-point swing. My opponent would lose 2, I think 2, oh no, lose 1 and I gain 2. Something like that. It's like a 3-point swing, I think. So I'm gutted about that. So I'm thinking, do I get Shoveler down? So at least then I fulfill Wetland Scientist, then I can ignore it if I want to. So many cards here. This is flying by at breakneck speed. I don't know what I'm thinking here. Should I be even though it's a low point bird, you know, do I play bush tip? So then when I'm activating the grasslands those couple of times I'm going to do it for the rest of the game, that I can get an extra. So if I activate the grasslands twice, I'll be getting 4 extra points because I can tuck a card and get an egg from the bush tit. Is that worth it? The fact it's contributing to the third end of round, is that then worth it? Should I have been going for that instead? I was put off by it because it was so low point. You know, I'm getting no points by playing it immediately, so then I have to keep activating that. If I could just keep, you know, if I could activate the grassland, say 4 times in the final round, it'd be okay. But if I've got Warbler, I've kind of cornered myself into. You have to activate all of the avatars. You have to try and get big point birds down, and that's kind of what I'm going for. I've got so many cards here. So I guess I want to try and get Shoveler down. That's decent points, and it activates Wetland Scientist. If I can get the Turkey and the... What's the other one called? Is it Woodcock? Is that what it's called? If I can get that down. See, I'm looking there for end of round, but then... I think here I did actually miscount again. I thought I could get 2 birds down, but it's only 1. Well, at least Goldfinch giving me a point at least. And I get another card. Nope, that's not going to be helpful. That's too late for that. Okay, if I'm throwing food around, it helps me. And then again, I don't think that. I think that was a mistake as well. I should have been looking more carefully at how many boldness my opponent had. Because I'm going to have to spend another egg to play the Shoveler. I think I just kept digging for like Benelli or something. I should have just not done that. I had big point birds in my hand. So I don't know why I'm still digging. Even though the Fangs goal is really good, I should have just not done it. Yeah, now I spot it. Like, it's too late for that. Now I'm spotting it, that I'm having to give up another end of round. Yeah, I'm getting 6 points, but then my opponent is gaining points relative to me. This is very hard to watch. I'm just spotting all my mistakes. I mean, to be fair, when I was playing this, I spotted this. I didn't spot the grassland one, but I spotted this one. I was very angry about it. So that automatically then, if it is a 3 or 4 point swing with each end of round that you tie rather than win, that's now you're looking at 6 or 7 points that I should have over my opponent because I did not focus on eggs properly. And now I'm looking again at this bush tit. Like, do I play this bush tit? So I play the bush tit, activate. I don't know. I activate grasslands twice. And then try and get food. I pick up cards once and then try and get food to play a bird at the end. I'd have a lot more egg points then. I had 8. Is it worth it? Oh, I don't know. I get to this point where there are just so many birds in my hand, I don't know what I should be playing. Instantly, I'm just looking at the big point ones. I'm looking at Woodcock. I'm looking at Red Knot, potentially. If I do actually want to maximize this Wetland Scientist, that's now an option. I've got the worms for it, so I mean, I could just play that now. I just take the seed here so that my opponent can't re-roll, but I think my opponent might have got it anyway. So I mean, I can play Red Knot here. See what bonus card I get. And it's platform thing, and I can't do it. And I'm getting so many cards now, my hand's just flooded. So I decided to keep Trumpeter Swan here just because it's big point bird, and it also then fulfills Platform Builder. I think I'm maybe I'm wrong. If someone thinks it's wrong, you can let me know. I think I've calculated everything, and I will not be able to get enough food to play 2 platform birds. So I think if I remember correctly, I just kind of say, right, let's just play Trumpeter Swan. I can get the food for it. I can then just lay eggs twice and then just play the Trumpeter Swan at the end. So I was really unfortunate with that bonus card. I've only got 2 of those, so yeah, that's a big problem. If I had Bush Tit down, that would have been another one. So I'm seeing things now. Those 2s at end of rounds have really hurt me. I'm very disappointed with myself. I'm going for food now. Interesting. Well, I mean, I don't think it... Does it matter what order I do everything in? I don't think so. I'm trying to look and see, like, can I get the platform builder to hit? But I don't think I can. I mean... Oh, I'd have to play the Coot and then the Hobby, but I'm not getting a lot of points out of that. So I'm just thinking, can I get just more points from just playing 1 bird and laying eggs twice? When there's so many permutations, I don't know. I couldn't do the maths that quickly. And obviously, I don't want to spend ages in between my turns. I'm just trying to make these calculations very fast. Maybe I should be slowing down a bit. I think I would have had the food for both the Coot and the Hobby. So I mean, I could have done it. Maybe I can do the calculation now. Coot's 3 points, right? And the Hobby's 4. So that's 7 points. Minus the 4 eggs with 3 points. But then I would hit... I think it's 4 points from the end, from the bonus. 4 plus 4 plus another 3, 11 points. If I get Trumpeter Swan, that's just 7 immediately right off the bat. Plus then the bonus card, and then I just lay eggs. I shouldn't have given food there. That was stupid. My opponent might be able to capitalize on that. And now I decide not to activate Franklin's Goal. I think I lost 2 end of rounds because of just fixating on Franklin's Goal and just trying to get cards out of it. I don't know what I was trying to dig for. I guess I was trying to get Benelli, but if I've got things like Woodcock and Turkey and whatever in my hand already, maybe I just shouldn't be bothering. Okay, so I decide here I can play 2 birds. And that'll be better than laying eggs. So I've got the food for it, so I may as well just try and maximize my points in terms of playing big point birds. But I'll have just enough eggs. Then it means I've got no egg points at all. Yeah. So I'll be able to hopefully tie or win this end of round now. Oh, I win it because I went second, didn't I? Yeah. So that's good for me. I won that end of round, but really, if I'd been paying attention, I would have won rounds 2 and 3 as well. So I have to see if it costs me or not. So that's a lot. That's probably the most amount of points on birds I've ever had in a game. But look at this, 24 points from bonus cards. I was kind of seething at that point, because I got Platform Builder that was useless. And then here come the eggs, I got no eggs, and then Tux, and that's it. Yeah. So I lost by 6 points. Oh, and then for some reason it plays again. I don't know why. Oh, there we go. I'll stop the recording now. I'll let it keep playing, because you'll see my opponent's hand and stuff. So yeah, I mean, I got a lot of birds down, but obviously look at all the cards I had in my hand at the end of the game. I was just like flooded with cards, which I didn't use. I know my opponent was giving me some and whatnot, but the 24 bonus cards were just crazy. We'll see what my opponent's got. So they got... oh, I'm just clicking on the wrong stuff. Scott Sword's tilted, clearly. Yeah, so next box builder 7, ecologist 6. What else do they get? Nope, anything else? Oh, ethologist. Ah, look at this. I mean, this is just insane. The fact like they've got so many star nests. You know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 star nests. So like bonus cards are just so easy when you've got star nests. And the fact that I think, let me think, the Puffin and the Vireo, you could pick the bonus card that you want. So you just got even more possibilities of getting the one that you like. I'm not complaining my opponent, by the way. They played really well. This is not me complaining at them. I was just a tad salty that then I get a bonus card that is kind of useless to me. So that hurt a little bit, but I know that's just the way it goes. I can't really complain too much. But that happened in my second game as well, if you remember. My opponent got a lot of bonus points. I mean, I'm happy with my board in terms of the amount of points I managed to get down. I mean, I didn't miss a Warbler hit. So, I mean, in that sense, I was able to, you know, the fact I had the Woodpecker to get extra food, I was able to build this up a little bit. I could have discarded cards to get more food if I needed to, but I didn't need to in the end. But, like, look at all these cards in my hand that I never used. How many of them came from the Franklin's Goal? There's probably at least twice that I activated Franklin's Goal when I didn't have to. Which kind of defeats the purpose of having Franklin's Goal if you're not going to use it, but then the fact if my opponent's given me cards and I've got the snipe, because I was able to get Wetland Scientist built out, and that's the thing, I think if someone in the chat can tell me exactly, well, maybe I can do it here. If I go back to the bonus points, if I calculate what the swing would have been for those bonus cards, a bonus at the end of round goals. That's what I'm trying to say. So yeah, here my opponent gained 1, and I lost 2. So that's a swing of 3. And then here the same. So that's 6 points. And then that's the points difference. Then if that's the case, I don't know if then I would have won on food or not. I'm not sure. My opponent had 3 food. I had 1 food. But then again, if I had won those 2 end of rounds, I would have had an extra egg. So I would have had more eggs left over. So I might have got 2 more points out of it. Because I would have had at least one more egg in the grassland. And then I would have had another egg in a... yeah, I would have won that end of round. I'd have had more eggs to use, whereas here I used up all my eggs. I might have had a couple left over, if that's the case. So I might have then won because of that. And that's the problem when you're putting like all your... I mean, if I got a better bonus card, I would have won as well, but I would have had to max it. And the chance of me maxing off this board, I mean, what could I have got? I mean, Prairie Manager would only be in the lower band. I mean, Food Web Expert would only be in 4 points. So yeah, I don't think there'd been any... I mean, someone who's got a better knowledge of the game would be able to tell me if there's a bonus card I could have even hit. So I mean, like, I'm not disappointed in terms of like how my board looks. I'm just disappointed about rounds 2 and 3 because they were there for me for the taking. My opponent didn't concentrate on them or just gave them up to do other things, which is fine. But I could have had them if I had just paid just that little bit more attention. And you see, like the game's quite short; it's 30 minutes. Normally my games are playing like 40 minutes or so. So if I just taken that extra little bit of time, that like split second, to actually look at my opponent's board and think, can I win the end of round? So I think every time you're losing one or drawing one, your opponent gains points and you lose points, rather than just bonus card, which is just a flat, you know, amount of points for you on your own. So yeah, I definitely ignored these 2 end of round goals. It was only then afterwards, when I couldn't do anything about it, I looked, I was like, oh yeah, I'm going to now tie the end of round and not win it. It's like, well, too late looking now. So, I mean, I'm not, yeah, I know. It's very tricky. I think it was hard too, because, like, you know, generally I get quite emotional when I play. Not, like, tilted. Well, it depends. But I think a game like this, compared to the other game I play, Fear of Dracula, this game I do not feel in control a lot of the time about what I'm doing. But I think a lot of it is the same then when I see with less experienced Fear of Dracula players. They just need to take their time a bit more, which I think was the downfall I had here. And again, I'm not complaining my opponent. We organized the time, we both agreed to it, so I'm not complaining. But I was playing, a little bit late at night. Maybe my opponent was as well. I'm not sure where my opponent's from. So we might have been playing in the same time zone. If I'm playing after work at like 10:30, 11 o'clock at night, it's kind of easy for the brain just to kind of miss things. But I'm not complaining. I agreed on the time, so it's not. I'm not blaming my opponent for that at all. But something then I have to either tell myself I don't play at this hour, or if I do, I have to make sure I focus more, which is just ultimately the end of what it should be. I mean, I'm really happy I got 90 points again. I'm getting above my target value, but again, this was another game I had. It's kind of for the taking, and I let it slip through my fingers, which is really frustrating. But I don't think I made any clangers in terms of the birds I picked, I don't think. I mean, maybe it'd be interesting if anybody in the comments says that maybe playing Bush Tit here and running this engine a little bit would have been better for me. I don't think so, because I would have, well, it'd be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 points a turn. I don't think that's worth it. I think just trying to get Warbler to work and get more birds down. I think I would have got more points that way. But then Goldfinch, I only got 1 tuck off the Goldfinch because maybe my opponent saw I had Goldfinch and then didn't tuck. If I had Goldfinch, if I didn't play Goldfinch, maybe they would have tucked. I don't know. I wasn't really paying attention to their board. I'm still at that stage where I'm really focusing on what I'm doing and not what my opponent's doing. And then that's when end of round goals kind of, I check the end of round screen quite a bit. But I don't check their board to see, well, what bird could actually be really good for them. I think pick up the goal was right because I didn't want a situation where my opponent has that and then I would have had quite a little bit of food access thanks to the woodpecker. I wouldn't have been as hamstrung by it, but it helped for the wetland scientist. I think it was the right decision to play it. Also then makes the snipe even better once I play the snipe here, getting 3 cards a turn once I do go there. So yeah, I'll be really interested to see what you'll think. Again, I don't think I played badly, but it's kind of evident to me that when I'm not playing well, I can still get more or less to the 80-point barrier. Even if I've got a bit of a bad hand, I can get to the 80-point barrier more or less. It's clearly obvious that, especially in these tournament games, if I want to win a match, 80 points is just not enough anymore. I need to get 90. And even then, look at this, 90 is not enough. I'd have needed 100 to get past the other player's board. I mean, they did get a little bit fortunate with bonus cards, but when you're sitting there with loads of star nests, it makes it work. But really annoyed that I didn't get a couple of them. Imagine if I'd picked up a couple of those bonus point birds, like the puffin, or what other ones are there? The prairie chicken and the what's it called? The painted bunting or something like that for the grassland. Might be able to play them instead. It would have given a little bit of points, but then I would have got more bonus card points hopefully in return. So yeah, a bit disappointed, but it's part of the learning process. And like I said in one of the comments, for Fear of Dracula, I got through that learning curve and I got to the top of that one. So I've done it once, so I'm determined to do it again. But I think it's just, as I said in one of the previous videos, that it's a nice calm game about birds. Well, not not when you're trying to like maximize every single move, and you're like hyper focused on like this move gives you 4 points, but this move gives you 5 points. You should do the 5-point move. And then just like things like this where I mean my birds aren't bad. I'm not saying I got crap birds, but just typical. Then it comes down to a bonus card that my bonus card's rubbish. My opponent gets 4 amazing bonus cards and things. It just gets a little bit annoying sometimes, but that's fine. Really nice to look at this, with the light of day. It's been a couple of days since the match, so time has passed and I can see it a different way. But yeah, definitely misplayed rounds 2 and 3. But if you see anything else that you think I've done wrong, then feel free to let me know in the comments, and I'll be intrigued to read them all. And yeah, thank you very much again for everybody who's been recording, commenting on my videos, and it's been really nice. The whole community's been lovely. So yeah, thank you very much for that. As I said, yeah, my objective, I don't think I'm going to get through into the second stage of this competition unless suddenly there's a huge upturn in form. But if I can just, reach those targets that I set, then I'll be very happy. So yeah, thank you for watching, everybody. There'll be another video coming out really soon because I've recorded my other match from this stage as well, so episode 12 of the series. So that'll come out soon. So obviously, when you're watching this video, don't then comment on the next video saying, "Oh, you didn't listen to my feedback," because I recorded them both. So I recorded them one day after each other. But hopefully I'll be able to see the feedback at least from this match before I play my third match of this stage or of this round. So I'll be able to see a little bit of feedback, hopefully. And hopefully I get a little bit, I make the right decisions. But we'll see. Anyway, so thanks for watching, everybody. Take care. Have a good week or good weekend when you see this. And I'll see you in the next episode of Wingspan very soon. Take care. Bye-bye.